Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aura, and today I would like to share with you a quantum healing session, which I have facilitated for five years ago. So it was in May 2020. And I wanted to share this session with you for a very long time, but the recording was so bad because my microphone was really bad back then, and my client didn't have headphones or a microphone at all. So you could barely hear us. And I only managed to get myself a good software about a month ago to be able to finally edit this video for you. The information that comes through this video is still relevant. Even though it's been 5 years, we are still very much in the midst of the change that is going on right now. And I feel that this is a very beautiful session that is showing us how to ground, heal, let go, forgive, and simply be in our true essence and move through these changes with grace. This particular session was very long. The client was in an altered state of being for about 3 hours. So the entire recording was 3 hours long, but I have shortened it for you. I cut away all the different pauses, and I've also shortened the integration processes to make it YouTube friendly. And one last thing to mention before we begin is that these sessions are absolutely individual. Each and every individual receives the information that they personally need, but many times this information is universal, as it is with so many different sessions. And so there are as many different versions of the truth as there are individuals out there, and every single aspect of that individual out there that is ever changing. I also need to mention that this is not your typical clinical hypnotherapy session, but this type of work is designed in such a way that one session should be enough for the rest of your life, as you are answering multiple questions regarding different aspects of your life in one session. It does, however, happen that sometimes we might need more answers, more questions answered, because as time passes and we evolve, our perception of our reality changes. And so in these cases, we might seek out another session. But again, this work, specifically the quantum healing sessions, or the way that I call my type of work, the origins integration sessions, are meant to be a one in a lifetime situation. If you are looking to dip your toes in a similar type of work, I invite you to try out the Soul Alchemy playlist, which I will be linking below this video that I have on YouTube. Sadly, I cannot control how commercials are being played on my YouTube channel, as I don't have this power as of now. Then I would ask you to please go to my website to free tools. I will be linking that link also in the description below, where you can access free meditations and listen to several sessions as well if you're curious to find out more about the way this work unfolds. And now, without any further ado, let's dive right into it.
I want you to tell me the very first things that you perceive, or the very first impressions that you have as you begin to understand where you are and what is happening around you.
There's a mosaic floor, a star formation with difficult to say horizon. There seems to be a mosaic floor, and I was having images of like a spider, or like a machine that was like a spider. May have been a structure of some sort rather than an organism. There's a blue light, like a blue orb that's coming from the horizon and coming closer to me. Looks like maybe it's a ship. Like I'm on a ship with a captain's deck further behind, and like a view of like a planet possibly, or a star system. There are other people on the ship.
And how does the captain look like? How do the people, the beings, look like around you?
They're some of them are like metallic-y, crystalline beings. I see some light colours like white and cream garments, and they're I'm not able to make out. I think I'm apprehensive about fully seeing them and getting glimpses, but nothing think I don't want to limit what I see by seeing it.
Just tell me whatever you perceive, whatever you see. How do these garments look like? These white and green garments.
I'm looking at one now, which is quite funny because it, rather than being traditional and archaic, it's quite modern and hippie. Like there's a yellow hoodie with gold trim. That's like it's quite a sporty garment for an ascended being. It's quite strange. Just having a look around to see if there's some other garments.
And who are they? What do they call themselves? Or what ship is it?
I'm receiving information in my heart. I just need to deliver it.
What is it? What comes through?
I'm getting Anare.
Anare?
Yeah, the Anare.
And where are they from? Can you tell me more about them? You can talk to them if you want to.
I'm just trying to speak to them. I'm asking what the ship's name is. Niana.
Niana?
Niana.
And what is it that you're doing there? Why are you there?
I get a sense that it's an observation center.
And if you look at yourself, how do you look like?
I think I look blue and transparent and very tall. The colours change and the transparency too. Very sharp eyes, very kind of luminous eyes. Very something quite buoyant, light about the energy. I feel to be like the clothes and material, but my self is not physical.
What clothes are you wearing?
This white material, kind of like a canvas, but a very lightly woven, like an Egyptian cotton sort of.
What are you? What kind of being are you? What is your species name? Or what system do you come from? Star system or galaxy, or in what maybe would be the physical realm, or?
Halcyon. I think it was something that I can't discern whether it's because I know about Halcyon or whether I was being told Halcyon. I don't know whether it's...
It's okay. We just need to listen now. Halcyon. Where is that?
I'm following like a blue ray. There are geometric energies that I'm receiving. I received a response to where is that? It's 400 galactic light years away.
400.
Yeah, my consciousness, my mind, let's say, was trying to cross-reference the statistic against things I've heard, trying not to misinterpret.
We let go of that. And what is your role as a being? What is it that you do, you and your species? Or just maybe your role alone?
Working to anchor the new Earth energies into Earth, new Earth, to Mother Gaia.
How are you doing that?
We're using technologies and frequencies to reconnect the earth-line grids and the crystalline grids, integrating with the nature, Mother Gaia, natural mineral energies, and harmonizing and integrating the galactic shift with the stellar transitions, so the movement of the galaxy into new stellar space. So the galaxy is moving into new configuration and alignment with the overall solar system, with the overall galactic system.
And for how long have you been working with this? First thing that comes.
200,000 or 200,000 years. There's different timelines of time, but I think it's 200,000 years. Different timelines. Depends which system we're in.
And How long do you think that the integration of these energies is going to take? We presume that we are already within the shift, but how long until the shift is done, so to say? Can you give us a time frame, approximate?
Yes, I've got 50 years has come up as an Earth time frame.
Beautiful.
50 years, like the restoration of the golden era, the civilization peaks. I'm getting there's been an enormous shift already in 2020. Going into the start of this year was an enormous shift, which was a completion and a start of the next shift, of like a phase.
And how should we expect the next 50 years to look like then? What kind of changes are going to take place?
There's a dismantling of old systems, of governance, financial, of institutional and religious structures of world management. There is a wave of people who are aware and awake, who are holding the codes to reintegrate the systems peacefully, and through choice to choose that which resonates more with the new earth energy. So the dismantling of the system is more of a gradual shift towards new phases of activity and connection.
Thank you. How is Dante feeling?
Yeah, it's fine. My shoulder is receiving some form of energy update or clearing.
Beautiful. We are already speaking with the higher self, aren't we?
Yes.
Can we maybe make this integration of energy a little bit easier on Dante, please? And also here with you assisting. I can feel the energy in my fingers. It might feel uncomfortable for the body, but we're asking to make this integration as comfortable as possible for the physical body. Let me know when I can continue.
Yeah, we're okay.
I wanted to ask about this ship, the observation center. Where is this ship? Where is this observation center located?
It's in Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah. I don't know where in Mexico, but
so it's on Earth.
Yes, it's currently on Earth. It's connected to a solar Stargate, part of Unity consciousness, like Galactic Starfleet. I just received the name Palisadena. It's the I don't know whether it's the same ship, but I've connected to the Dina light ship. Yeah, the Dina mothership. I don't know if that's in Mexico. I don't know where that. I think the ship's in the UK. I think I've just transferred ships.
Beautiful.
Yeah, certainly transferred ship. This ship's enormous.
When did it come here?
In the 1970s.
Why then?
I got to start to begin the groundwork for some of the current restructuring. But I don't think it arrived just in 1970. I think it was there before that. It's been here many times. I think it's something to do with my embodiment in this lifetime. It's the preparation work. Preparation work was done for me to embody and incarnate in this place, location, and I think I had involvement with the ship as part of my embodiment, as part of my Earth mission this lifetime. So I think the 1970 was the 12 years before I was born. I'm not able to discern what it was. I think it was about unification of the different star systems, unification and eradication of all that no longer serves for Earth to inhabit, like a completion cycle.
Beautiful. And this ship, does it contain several types of galactic entities? I mean, species?
It's like a city,
Mm-hmm.
a city that bridges and holds and connects the different star system technologies and holds them in the parallel energetic realities to support and facilitate our manifest realities, to integrate them into a unified new Earth timeline,
Mm-hmm.
and to nurse that integration process through beings who are working with the ship on Earth. And it's a bridge keeping the planetary, lunar, solar Stargate open.
What is this Stargate? You said planetary, lunar, solar Stargate. Keeping it open.
The Stargate is the solar logos for this solar system, the Great Central Sun. And through the Great Central Sun, we are connected to the stellar gateways from the constellations of prime creators, constellation consciousness.
Mm.
So the different beings who have contributed in different ways to Earth's history.
Thank you. How is the transition? Because you said that you have come many times. The 1970s was not the first time you were here. How is this shift different than the other ones that planet Earth has experienced before in humanity?
I get the sense that there are beings who no longer accept the need to re-embody to learn what they came here to be, that we are being enabled to embody our divine aspects within this new Earth timeline.
Mm.
We are being provided and supported with the energies required to learn our lessons through Akashic integration and new Earth energies that have been optimized and configured to enable a greater level of evolution.
Mm.
We have needed to live many lifetimes through reincarnation and through the life and death cycle due to the need to develop wisdom, experience, to know ourselves better through separation, to experience separation as a way of understanding ourselves more fully.
And through separation, by understanding ourselves more fully, we somehow come to the realization that we're all one.
Yeah, it's the contrast has been created to enable us to understand the potentials of our creative ability so as to create better systems, more robust systems. But it's not exclusive. Some have some left to later return.
How is it different from Lemuria and Atlantis this time? Because they were also quite advanced. They were also in 4th to the 5th dimension reality, yet the program needed to be restarted. And how is it this time different than Lemuria and Atlantis?
I think the Lemurian and the Atlantis were different kinds of energies.
Mm-hmm.
in so much to say they were distinct ways of doing things which weren't always harmonious. They were like two good ways that weren't integrated fully, like competition and dominance issues. A lot of distinction. Is more of an integration and equanimity amongst the new Earth timeline.
Thank you. I wanted to ask you, why is it that you chose to show Dante, to take him directly to you? right now at the beginning of our session, our journey, instead of showing him a past life or something else? Why did you choose to bring him directly to you, to show him this now?
We are working with Dante to clear and transmute a lot of energies all the time, and we have been doing so for some time now amongst my conscious practice. It is for me to realize more of my purpose and role, and to clear the resistance and fear to accepting my position or role.
And what is his role and position? Why is it that he incarnated here in this lifetime?
To end the cycle of limitation and running from unworthiness and shame and fear for having made mistakes and for having left the path, or
Having left the pack?
having limited the connection, to having become unconscious, to end the cycle of unconsciousness, to awaken.
Thank you. I wanted to ask if you think it is necessary that you worked together with him on integrating the inner child with the other adult, or if he's doing a good work and enough of it. Is it needed to do it today more? Or
I get a sense that the being, it holds a divine feminine energy, and that my divine masculine needs to harmonize with that divine feminine and integrate the inner child energy that is upset. There is still a lot of pain from waking, and yes, the integration would be useful, would be beneficial.
then I would like for your higher self to assist us right now in also merging with the divine masculine energy, not just of the body, but of all energetic fields, of his entire essence. I would like for us to balance today the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies within and around everything that he has ever been, everything that he will ever be, and everything that he is at his core essence and his vessel. I want to feel the divine feminine energy flowing through your body and the divine masculine energy flowing through your body. You can imagine them in any colors that you want. If you want to give them different colors, are you giving them different colors?
Yes, I was receiving greens and whites. It was geometries of violet and blue.
Beautiful. I want you to take all these energies now, the greens, the whites, the violets, the blues, and gather them all into the core, into your heart space. You gather them into a sphere, into a ball of light, and together with these geometric shapes too, as they all gather together and blend, they blend so well and so tight and so perfectly that they create an entire new color, an entire new, incredibly diverse and intricate geometric shape, which is your blueprint, your original blueprint, your core essence, fully balanced, perfect as it has always been. And in this perfection now, I want you to start spreading it out throughout your entire body from your heart space. And within this absolute balance and absolute perfection, you now see as if you would stretch your two arms and you integrate your inner child in it. You stretch out and you welcome with open arms your inner child, who's now welcomed to join the perfect divine masculine and feminine balanced energies, to be part of them, loved by them forever, accepted, integrated, perfectly unified. And if you wish, you can also create within your heart space a perfect space for your inner child, where you can always meet it, always talk to it, always calm it down and share your love with it, where you can always find peace, nurturing, love. If you want to, you can describe this place to me where your inner child is.
It's in a lovely, lush, green field, like scouts or cubs or some form of activity, natural reserve with campfires and tents and buildings too. It's like a dream, child's dream, relatively remote to be authentic and natural, clean, but simple enough to be healthy. makes me want to go.
Well, you are there. And this is where you find your inner child. And this is when you can sit with your inner child. And every time you find that there would be anything you need to resolve, you can go there and sit with him and play and just spend time in perfect harmony, love, bliss, and understanding. Please let me know when we can move on. Thank you. I wanted also to ask you if we could help remove this fear of being judged and this need of being accepted all the time. Just if we can pacify this for him. Does he need to have it?
No, it's no longer useful.
Mm-hmm. Has it been useful? Why was it useful for?
It is a consequence of his upbringing and part of his care package for this lifetime.
Mm-hmm. And has it served him in any way?
It has served to get me to here as safely as possible, despite quite an eventful journey. I certainly tried to change the course of the plan.
He was trying to force it to not get here, to be normal, or?
Yeah, I think I was not able to discern what was what. I think unconscious parts of me didn't want this to happen.
I think that maybe the best way to eliminate any kind of fear, but especially the fear of being judged and the need of being accepted, is if you can maybe show him how it feels like to be free. Can we please integrate this energy within him now? Absolute freedom. It's not about courage. It's about the art of just being. If you can please show him, take him home to his star system, to your star system. Can you please do this now? Do I need to help with the change of scenery, or are you taking him right now?
There's energy moving through my arms. I feel connected in my heart. I'm now aware of a shoot of blue. It's like a cloud, but it's like a descending cloud, a precipitation of blue and colourful light that is condensation that's just sitting above like an amazing, enormous area, space. Reminds me of cold air, like when you get cold moisture when it precipitates and kind of comes down and out and is kind of hovering. It's quite a visual place. It's very abstract, very energetically full. It's not as dense as Earth. Receiving some clearing to receive more sound, and there is resistance to accepting the energies into this lifetime.
Can you help him with that, please? Why is this resistance there?
Either past life or childhood memories, education, energies to do with authenticity, or this is the way it should be or shouldn't be, judgment energies.
And does he need them any longer?
Working with him to clear these energies.
Where are they in the body, these energies?
In my identity consciousness.
And where is that situated? If we could locate it.
My shoulder, right shoulder, my third eye, solar plexus.
Anywhere else?
Throat based.
Then I would like us to take each of these places one by one, and I would like to go through all of them and see what specifically is stored in each of these places. I would like to start with the third eye. If we zoom in on the third eye right now, zoom in on it, closer and closer and closer and closer and closer. What is it? What does it look like, this blockage, this resistance? How does it manifest?
It's an energetic cord of density or belief, energy that receiving from my memories and identity consciousness phenomenon. It's how past life memories have integrated into this lifetime. So it's an identity from this lifetime, but it's shaped by the past lifetimes. So there is a combination of memories, which are experiential memories from this lifetime, and there are energetic imprints from past lives, which are being cleared, but the enmeshed nature of the bodies requires time to process.
Do they still have a role to play, or can they be removed today?
They can be cleared. I'm not able to discern what they are.
Then I would like to ask for Dante's higher self right now, and all of his guides and all of his team and entourage that is supporting him to gather now. And I'm asking for my entire team and my higher self to gather now. And we are going to go to the root of this energy, of this identity consciousness, which has been forming and hibernating and residing within the third eye. And we are going to scoop it out in its entirety with the root. And we are giving it out into the multiverse. And now that we have scooped it out completely, I would like to ask you, what would you want to put there instead?
I would like to anchor the self-acceptance and the patience and forgiveness, to be able to move gently, sensitively through my affairs in ways that enable for more momentum and manifestation and more of what has become true, and opportunity to disconnect from the things that still aren't in affinity with the energies moving forward. The ability to be in joy, to be in peace, and to stop striving, to surrender, to relinquish the struggle.
Beautiful. And all of this peace and self-acceptance and patience and forgiveness, you can give it a color to this energy that you want to fill your third eye with right now. What color is it?
Orange.
I would like you to see this beautiful, rich orange fill and overflow your third eye, and see it being absorbed by your DNA. And let me know when you're done.
Yeah. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. And we are moving on. We're moving on to your throat now. I zoom into your throat, and I want to know what you see there. What is it that's blocking the throat area? What does it look like?
There's purple implant or hook or energy the back of my right shoulder that is, I think, bloodline related. I'm not able to discern. I don't know which bloodline it is, but it's I don't know whether it goes to my son or back to my parents, but it's I think it's a way of spirit or my higher self connecting in a sense to the clearing that is happening in my bloodlines.
So is this a good implant then?
This implant ready to be cleared and removed.
It needs to be removed?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we're going to start?
It has some grey energy attached to it, I think. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of quite cold and metallic. I would welcome the release, mutation of this technology.
Okay, let's see what it is first. As you zoom in on it, I'm asking again for the help of your team and your higher self to please take you to the time and space where this implant has been put inside of you. Where and when did this happen?
It's an old past life energy. It was a conflict situation. I was apprehended, arrested, and tortured. I was forced to comply, I think, with orders, some form of militarization or power enforced. You weren't able to think for yourself, not allowed to think for yourself. You need to comply with protocol.
Was it on planet Earth or were you somewhere else?
Yes, it's a human lifetime.
What I would like for you to do now is I want you to go to the exact time and place where this implant has been put inside of you. At that exact moment, I want you to observe this happening, see it happening, and see who is putting it inside of you. And I want to speak with that person or being that is doing this.
It's a dark like a robotic. It's using the physical body to disrupt energetic gateways, energetic connections. It's a less conscious rate. It's not. It doesn't have access to its. It's a harvester of power. It doesn't have the access to the level of energy and has taken the energy.
Okay. So because time is fluid and everything can be changed, the past can be changed. By changing the past, we change the present. So what we're going to do now is we're going to talk to this being. You can lend this being your voice. I wish to speak to the being who is putting the implant inside of the body now.
The being is doing what it's being told to do.
Even if it's doing what it's being told to do, we humans of planet Earth, we have the law of free will, and nothing can happen to humans in this realm that live on planet Earth. Nothing that they do not agree to may happen to them. Did Dante agree in his previous lifetime to receive this implant?
It was a consequence of a conflict. He was a victim to the loss.
Mm-hmm.
He was punished along with others.
But was this implant put within his body against his will?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. What I would like you to do now is to obey the planetary rule that we have now on planet Earth, and please remove this implant from Dante's body, because the implant is still there and is not needed, and it goes against all natural laws of this realm. I want you to remove it right now. Can you see it being removed?
Yeah.
Beautiful. This being was obeying orders. Can you forgive this being for not knowing any better?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
It serves me not to hold on to the lower frequency energy, so anger. I've suffered enough.
When you are ready, when this implant has been removed, your job is done there, and we can return, we can leave that place. Let me know when it's done.
Still.
I want it to be extracted completely from all the lifetimes that it has affected. Everything. We're going backwards now. See the time roll backwards. And as it's being extracted, all the events are changing. You are not being affected by it. It has never affected you. It never existed because it wasn't supposed to be there in the first place.
Okay.
Beautiful. Thank you. Now I want to ask the higher self to take you to a safe space where you can be in peace. Let me know when you're there. You can go back to that cloud if you want to. The beautiful rippling cloud of home. The beautiful fog. And there, I want you to take any energy you want that you want to put in that place where the implant has been and fill up that space. What do you want to put there?
I'm connecting to a location that is of a shore of like a lake space with mossy rocks. Quite an ideal space, but just above the water is a crystalline energy that is an etheric retreat energy. It's like a retreat center that holds an anchor point on New Earth timeline to like an etheric bridge. I'd like to anchor this area, this idyllic natural place, as an entry point into this etheric retreat.
Do that, please. And as you are working with this energy and finding yourself in this retreat, I would rather say among this retreat, I want you to also fill up that beautiful space where the implant used to be. I want you to fill it up now in this beautiful energy. And I want you to tell me what you want to put there. What energy?
I want to anchor the self-empowerment practices of integration of personality and emotional body to optimize the potential for embodiment of the high frequency energies.
Beautiful. And what color does this energy have?
Yellow.
I want you then to visualize this yellow energy filling up that space, filling it completely to optimize the potential of embodiment of higher frequencies completely, all your lifetimes, all infinite aspects of yourself. Let me know when you're done.
Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to move on to the solar plexus, and I want you to zoom in and tell me what you see there. What's going on there? Is there anything else, or was it something that was connected to the other two, to the implant and to the third eye?
just having a look. Solar plexus is trying to come up above the heart. It's trying to harmonize and hold the energies up the top. I think there's a bit of resistance to letting the energies come down through the heart downwards. I think there's a lot of energy trying to manipulate things upstairs, as opposed to being kind of in receipt of light to bring it down.
So it's overactive.
It's configuring the hat sort of experience.
What is it that makes it so overactive and trying to control everything and take over?
It's trying to control things, agreements.
Zoom into the solar plexus. What do you find there? What disturbance is there?
It's loss.
Loss?
Yeah, it's like pain to do with mine. What's mine? What's mine to me? Why have I lost? I think it's just pain of feeling and thinking like I need to do or have or control these things to be safe, to be happy. It's trauma from this lifetime, having lost position, but there are energies of childhood or bloodline energies. There are bloodline energies working with me to, I'm not sure, there's a bloodline energy connection that is helping me to deal with the loss and changes.
Okay. He's receiving help from this bloodline energy, but I would like to know if we can help today transmute these feelings of loss and of pain and control.
Yeah.
Thank you. I want you to breathe in from the solar plexus this pain, this loss, this feeling of control, of needing to control. I want you to breathe it in into your heart space. So you welcome it into your heart space. You breathe it in into the heart space, where you then, because it wanted to go into the heart space anyway, so it's not like it doesn't want to go there. And there, you transmute it into what? What three energies do you want to pick instead of loss, instead of pain and control? What do you want to transmute these three into?
Peace, emotional equanimity, and power to hold to what is true.
And now I want you to see these energies being transmuted into peace, emotional equanimity, and power to know and hold everything that is true. Transmute them within your heart and now disperse them throughout your body. And as you disperse them throughout your body and back into your solar plexus, these new transformed energies, I want you also, as you breathe out, to breathe them out into your energy field and let the multiverse know that things have changed.
Thank you.
Thank you. And let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Beautiful. Can I go on with the questions for the session today? Thank you. We would like to know, how can he connect to his soul?
To be more accepting of presence and availability of soul, particularly now, to explore and practice connecting in ways that develop confidence and familiarity with the potential for development and focus.
And how can he do this in practicality? Is there anything practical that he can do in his everyday life?
Much of the practices that I am currently doing are facilitating and creating the connection necessary to remain fully present and soul guided throughout his activities.
Beautiful.
There is still healing that is being processed in sleep and in activities behind the scenes to improve and develop the abilities.
Thank you. I wanted to ask, we kind of went through this already, but to be specific, he's asking, which star is he from?
I'm receiving a lot of sacred geometry and colours, lights, and shapes, but I don't know if it's one particular star.
Mm-hmm.
The constellation is the Pleiades. I don't know if I'm able to discern the star.
Okay. Which dimension then? Maybe it makes it a little bit easier.
I believe it's the 11th.
11th dimension, Pleiades.
that exists. I don't know.
It's beautiful. Like we mentioned, the ego is not invited to this party.
And
So Pleiades, 11th dimension. And what is the real name of his soul frequency?
I'm getting silver and gold energy
Mm-hmm.
coming down, and some white energy too.
Mm-hmm.
We're
making this super smooth and easy. Super smooth and easy.
I'm getting something to do with Ara.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying not to. Alana.
Something to do with Alana, yeah. Divine feminine name.
Mm-hmm. Well, you said before when we were talking about the energies, you were saying that your higher self feels a little bit like it has more of a divine feminine energy, right?
It's about integrating the two divine feminine things. Alana, yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you. How does it feel in that frequency? Tell me how you feel.
Good. Yeah. Feel connected, and a lot of guard has come down, but still it's new. It's like a new feeling, experience. It's it's quite nice. Thank you.
Thank you. And I want you to see it, feel it, know it, let it integrate within this vessel, within your mind. Let your ego know about it. Let it ripple through everything that you are. Anchor in so that you remember it from now on, even after this session. And whenever you need to, just know that this is home. This is you. This is your true form. Let me know and I can move on to the next question.
Okay.
Thank you. He's saying that he has a difficult relationship with his son. He would like to know why.
There have been past lives where family members this lifetime and those to whom my son is related, we have had past lives where we had different roles, and there was an abduction of my son, who is not the same son as my son this lifetime, but that the family abducted the son and created lies about me not being worthy or allowed to be in my son's life. There are energies that are clearing, and it is required for me to let go of identifying with these lifetimes, but to know that they have contributed, sometimes unconsciously and indirectly through the actions of others, according to their own relationships with these energies for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I was awoken by my son's birth in circumstances where, unfortunately, the conditions of disempowerment that I had accepted for myself were no longer sustainable. I had separated myself from my core to please everyone and to hold everything together at expense of real connection. And as soon as I let go, everything crumbled, which goes to show that it wasn't authentic. I am and have been learning new modalities and qualities of self-love and accept that these are integrating.
Beautiful. And to help his relationship with his son, do you have any advice for that?
There is fear of becoming entangled with work and his mother. There is disagreement over what is acceptable in terms of contact. There is a lot of pain and anger from his mother that is expressed towards me that I find difficult to be around. There has been some time now where there has been no contact, and I don't feel supported in my contact with him. I am holding a love for him and his family despite the negativity. I love him dearly and doubt my ability to provide for him in ways that are sufficient for his nurture. I am working to develop and come from a place of empowerment.
And if he keeps working and evolving this empowerment and releasing this fear and this uncertainty, will everything then become easier for him and the relationship with his son?
There have been a lot of energy updates, and we advise not to expect the same, to be open to being surprised.
Beautiful. So we should never judge the future by the past. Beautiful. Thank you. He also wants to know if his son is safe and happy.
Just received his favorite color.
Beautiful.
So I am connected. I sadly don't know where he lives, which is embarrassing and angers me. I know that he is cared for and looked after very well, but that he is missing what he has with me and the family. I'm getting an invitation to connect with him, and I find it sometimes difficult because he does things because his mum and partner let him do things different to the way I would. And so sometimes I find it difficult to connect with him deeply because I just get so distracted by the stuff that's not the way I would do it for him. I'd have him, I don't know, different, but I've got to let go.
Yes.
Got to let go of the judgment that stops me from connecting with heart with him. It's judgment. It's resistance to accepting that everything is okay.
So help him let go of it. Just release. Just breathe yourself into the moment right now of just being. There's no judgment. There's no resistance. The only thing that is easiness itself. Just being. Pure existence. And from this place, connect with him.
He's very energetic, very strong-minded. Thank goodness. He's got a strong personality, came prepared for all eventualities. He's very beautiful. He's looking after his mother.
He's a starseed just like his dad, right?
I wasn't aware.
Wise way beyond his years, right? He has the wisdom within him of infinite lifetimes, of higher realms. And he came to help just like his dad, didn't he?
In a strong connection. Thank you.
You always have this connection.
Yeah, I'm getting a sense for, there was something had happened and the connection was diminished. I think it was fear. Connection diminished because of resistance that was born from. The dynamic had changed.
Connection can only be established in the frequency of love, in the frequency of acceptance, in the frequency of, and if you think of it, his mother also plays a role of a teacher, both for you and your son. She is teaching you to embody your true selves. Her role as a teacher is to be that obstacle that will challenge you both, to help you in your growth and your son in his own growth, help you shine more, be more, find yourselves. Because we don't find ourselves in comfort, we find ourselves in challenges. We grow when challenged. We don't grow in comfort. So love her for that role. Accept her for that role. There's no need for judgment. You know it. Or anger. She just plays her part in awakening you and awakening your son, who is already awake.
Big shift. Thank you.
Thank you. Can I go on with the rest of the questions?
Certainly.
Thank you. We would like to know, what is his abundance?
My abundance is the acknowledgement and presence of the many who embody, work to embody New Earth paradigm energies. The activations, the sacred geometry, the light tools, the healers, the crystals, the modalities of therapy, and the joyful, natural, clean, peaceful circumstances and opportunities that are conducive and in affinity with the heaven on earth paradigm. The courage and faith to let go of the expectations or memories limitations to move magically forward into present moment that is filled with all the things that you desire and more.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Can we move to the next question?
Certainly.
Thank you. How does Dante speak his truth?
I am learning to let go of the familiar and to incorporate what is valued from my identity into the soul integration identity. There are there are many things such as this that are wonderfully empowering. The courage to speak from the heart without judgment is something new to me in this lifetime. There will be opportunities to explore this further.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And where is the best place for him to live?
I'm getting the sense that there are many places that I would like to visit to activate the light codes, both in my energy bodies and within the places where I visit. There needs to be an opportunity to explore places before being tied to any one place. Yes, I don't get a sense for an abode. I need to focus on creating a home within myself so as to be freed from identifying with a location or embodying the densities of a particular place.
Yeah. When we're at home and within ourselves, we are at home everywhere. Thank you.
Thank you.
And his last question for today is, what is the best diet for him?
The frequencies and vibrations are working with my genetic structures, and there is a sense of not being in need of so many indulgent foods. I am attracted to high energy foods and simple preparation techniques. Most of the food is a celebration of freedom and creativity. The diet is natural, varied. There is a need for organic vegetables and other organic products. The produce has higher mineral and vitamin properties. Supplements, vitamins are helpful and enjoyable. Quite passionate about the combination of nutrition and supplement as part of a general health practice, cleanliness and contemplation and nutrition. They support and facilitate the energies. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anything else you would like to add for today's session, or are we done?
No, I believe we're done. I would like to thank you and the team for allowing me to connect with the team, you guys, and to myself in ways which are in support of the freedom and confidence that is required to shed old aspects of self and embrace the new so as to serve myself and others. Particularly grateful at this time of national and global difficulties, unity. It is welcomed to connect to high vibrational beings and teams and modality of healing to alleviate the tendency to take on board the densities of the worries that we as a community, nation, globe are currently holding. It is important for us to practice and seek our empowerment and fulfillment. And I'd like to thank you for facilitating this for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.